Morning, StoryTrading VIPs. It's Wednesday, June 28th. Today, 12 p.m., we have Tuttle Trades. And then tomorrow, 12 p.m., we have Rexman. Market is closed on Tuesday. That's the schedule for you. Let me just fix that background. All right. Yesterday was just like an incredible day. Perfect for story trading. I mean, it's just the way we love to trade, combining pillars, combining catalysts, technical sentiment to anticipate technical breakouts. That's our goal. That's what we like to see come together. And yesterday was just unbelievable and beautiful with their calls on Unity, looking for $40 to $42. It happened on the same day with their call on Wolf, looking for $55 to $60. It took 2 days to get there, right into there. That's unbelievable. And then Lucid and Air, we're looking for bounce backs off this gap fill. We got that bounce back after the gap fill on Lucid on that strong news, which impacts the fundamental perception. And then Air as well, off the back of that Wolf news, we got that rebound as well after doing our research and reaching out to the CEO of Air. So Gain Erickson. So this is how we do it, right? We research a multidisciplinary approach. We understand fundamentals. We get on the ground. We talk to management. We understand charts. We interpret news releases, the catalysts, and we estimate how that's going to impact sentiment. And then we go ahead and we anticipate will a chart breakout or breakdown. Very, very unique process. You only get it here at Story Trading. So this morning, looking at our news feed, let's see if there's just anything new. Birds left to look at. But okay, I try to order these in terms of what I think will do best for the day. And look, I just skipped over QQQ, didn't I? Because I guess I don't really care right now. Things are stable, and that's good for stock picking over the 20 DMA. Okay, great. So I'm trying to order these, but by what I think will do best for the day. Yesterday, we did a great job of that. Like 4 of our top 5 just exploded. We had one big mistake on ILMN, which didn't work out. So that's all dropped down all the way here to the bottom. My thesis apparently wrong on ILMN. But this morning, I got Netflix here. I got Netflix because we got multiple pillars. We got 2 pillars here. We have a bounce off the 20 DMA yesterday. And we also have news this morning of an upgrade. Netflix gets a $500 price target, another $500. That catalyst with that technical bounce, not only off the 20 DMA, but also kind of off this gap fill area. You see the top of that gap is about 409.54. The top of this candle here, 418. Let me see the bottom of this one here, 414. Yesterday, it bounced off 411.50. So I think, I don't know. To me, that's kind of close enough. Bouncing off the 20 DMA, I really like my moving averages more than anything. So we bounce off the 20 DMA. We get that price target. So this isn't as powerful as yesterday, right? We don't have like a news catalyst. If, for example, the news yesterday or this morning from Netflix was now they're enforcing password sharing, something like that, which improves the sentiment of the future fundamentals or something like that, then that would be something on the level of, yesterday's kind of plays that we had with Unity, Wolf, and Lucid. So not as strong as our recent picks, but that's what made it into the top spot here, Netflix. And then I'm thinking this could be a swing to the recent highs, so about $448. Got some resistance here at 431 or so. So you just kind of manage your size. Be careful how you do that. All right, next pick, LLAP. We've had this. Oh, I got some intel on LLAP. Okay, I contacted the ITO and I asked them, the meeting is supposed to go through July 4th. And I said, is there any chance that we end before July 4th because of the holiday? There are some, I think at least one American on the board. Is there a chance we end before July 4th? Maybe we'll end this Friday. Maybe the results will come out this Friday. Maybe it will come out Monday, which would make holding this over the weekend very, very risky. Well, I found out they said absolutely not. The meeting will not end early. It's going to go right through July 4th because they have a packed agenda. And the summary of the decisions will be released on Wednesday, July 5th, which means we have an extra day to hold this through the weekend, which is great. That's an extra day of hype and anticipation, a lot of chatter over the weekend of what could happen and excitement over the deal possibly being approved, being released come Wednesday morning. So I think I'm going to be holding this over the weekend, LLAP, unless it hits this 50 DMA target first at 155. Okay. So that's the play on LLAP. All right. We can have a little more patience over the weekend. Lucid, I'm keeping up here as a top 3. Remember the last couple days, I've been telling you my thesis that this catalyst is the first time first time I've liked the stock since inception, right? Like I know a lot of people have liked this, including my wife, including some other folks who have been, oh my gosh, Lucid is so beautiful. But the problem is they're just burning so much cash. They don't have the scale or the efficiency of Tesla, and and I anticipated they're going to have to keep raising money, raising money. That's the case. So for the first time, and I've noticed I have a great track record. When I flip to positive on a stock that I've been bearish on for a long time, I've noticed that I'm pretty good at that. That also happened with Palantir, if you guys remember. It was like $8 or $10, and for the first time, I liked it because they flipped to profitability 2 quarters in a row. The first one got my attention. The second one, that really sealed the deal for me, and then you got a big move. So Lucid, I'm feeling the same kind of thing. A popular stock that everyone loves, that I avoided, and now I'm finally bullish about it. I don't know that I'm not saying it's a long-term investment at this point, but near to intermediate term, I'm very bullish about it. And the CEO came out in an interview, and it's not here. Let me see if I have it. Someone sent it to me. CEO came out. Here it is. No, I found it on Twitter. Okay, CEO came out with an interview this morning saying exactly what I had been speculating yesterday. Lucid CEO said it will pursue more deals to sell its luxury EV equipment as it looks to grow its technology supply business. Adding its recent deal with Aston Martin is just the start, right? That was my whole thesis, right? That could be a fundamental inflection in the business model. It increases the TAM. It probably improves their profit margins. I'm just speculating about that, but I can only assume part of this is kind of like a licensing structure. I guess it looks like they're selling the equipment, but there's probably a premium on there because of the IP they have around it. So I really like Lucid still, and it's at the top of my list. And I don't know what it's going to do today because the catalyst a couple days behind us now. But I'm looking at the resistance levels, obviously at the 20 DMA, the 50 DMA. I think this has a chance to, over the next few weeks, do a short squeeze possibly and make it to 8, maybe even to 940. So that's in the cards, I believe, on Lucid, LCID. Then we have Virgin Galactic, very risky, SPCE. But tomorrow is the launch of the first commercial space launch. It's going to be, the live stream starts at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So there could definitely be a pop in here. We have resistance here at the 200 DMA at about $4.60. If you go to the 5-day, you see this kind of gap over here at $4.82. Those are all in play. This is lower conviction because of the risk, right? It's just the risk reward not as good on SPCE because you saw what happened. They're losing a lot of money. They did a raise, but they're going to have to do a lot more shorts pressing on the accelerator here. On every pop, they're going to short it. Even though they just had a raise, they're looking forward to the next capital raise that's going to cause the stock to go down. So this is very risky, okay? But I do kind of like it. It's on the top of my list here because I think there's a good chance it's going to do well today into tomorrow morning when they have that launch. And also, you got to be worried about the launch not going well. So I'm not sure I'd hold into the actual launch. All right, a few others here. Amazon, which I like. Remember, the other day I said an analyst came out with a $150 price target. I forgot which analyst it was, saying that the market's underappreciating their AI angle. Well, another analyst just came out this morning. I forgot which analyst it was then. But today it's Needham with a $150 price target. And I don't have the comments. I just see that it's raised from 120 to 150. So now we got 2 of those. 150 price target, and I'm just holding this long term at this point. I'm not sure it's going to fly today. Don't see any relative strength or anything this morning like we're seeing in Netflix. All right, then we have Snow, which I'm not going to endorse at all, but I'm just up here because for whatever reason, everyone loves it. And, just want to be newsworthy. And, if it goes up, here it is. So you have the news. They had the AI day last night. They had lots of upgrades last night. Some of them maintained 144 here. Needham maintained 216, but I saw here Piper Sandler raising to 210. This is all after Analyst Day and comments on AI. Lots of AI commentary last night. But I don't know. I don't love the chart. It's a lot of chop here in this 5-day chart. Don't really see strong relative strength. I also don't know the company very well, so I'm not in a position to really make a prediction on this. But if it goes up, well, you know why. Okay, just gave you the reasons why it might go up today. All right, Unity, we got a bulk of our move yesterday, 40 to 42 on the catalyst we talked about. That was my target. Now that we're over 42, can it go higher? I guess here the top of these candles, 43.79, 45.07. have very, very small size. We got in like under 38 yesterday and basically got all out by the end of the day, except for very small size. So a little bit riskier here because we got the bulk out of the move out of the way. And I'm actually not even sure where support is. I was trying to find it here this morning, and I don't know. Obviously, you have your gap here at 38. You have the 20 DMA, but if you wanted to play it closer, I don't know. I'm having trouble identifying it. Is it $42? I don't know. This is a little bit tricky. So we'll have to see if that has follow through. Oracle, another company I don't know well. I'm trying to get more familiar with some of these big caps, but Oracle came out with some AI news this morning. So a little bit similar chart as Netflix, right? Trying to bounce off this 20 DMA. It's well, let me see where it went yesterday. It's a couple bucks above it, but with the AI news that just came out this morning, could it be enough? Maybe something to look at. We got the big gap here to possibly worry about 114. It kind of coincides with the rising 20 DMA at around 115, but this is maybe getting close to a buy. You know, as it gets lower and as it gets closer to this support line here, maybe it becomes a better buy rather than chasing it up here at 125, 126. But again, another stock I don't know well. All right, I know it's a big cap or even a mega cap. What are they? $320 billion company that's being associated with AI. So it may be something that has a place in a portfolio, but I'm not rushing to buy it today. Just putting it out there that AI news, and it's close to the 20 DMA, so it might bounce. All right, we got another one, Deere, which I've always liked Deere, agriculture company with great earnings, 13 PE. The analyst came out, Canaccord Genuity, with a buy and a $530 price target. Could that be enough to move it? Yeah, it definitely could. All right. I'm not sure I have multiple pillars on this, though. The chart's nothing special to me on the technicals. We got an analyst upgrade, maybe the catalyst. We have good fundamentals. So maybe we have two pillars here. So Deere, keep that, a close eye on that. Maybe if there's relative strength. Wow, look at that. It spiked to like 416. It's very thin in pre-market. How many shares is that? Almost 2,000 shares. Which is actually a lot of money, isn't it? 2,000 times 400. Is that like $800,000 or something? So that's something to consider is Deere for today. In fact, I think it's probably too low on my list, honestly. Deere should maybe even be above Oracle or Snow for me on the priority list. All right. Anyway, Overstock, huge short position. I'm not going to chase it here. We're in it last week. I should have kept a little bit. But Overstock, bankruptcy judge approved the buyout of Bed Bath & Beyond, and that's why it's moving up this morning, up 5%. It's a huge short position. Lately, I'm noticing the short position data is not correct at TD. It's down 8% here. I think it's higher. So you can look into that in another platform and see what that actual short position is on Overstock, but definitely something that's very, very highly shorted and can keep running. $26. If it breaks $26, wow. If it breaks $26, ooh. Oh, I wonder what Carvana is. Because remember we talked about when we brought this up, we're like, this is similar to Carvana because it broke that 50-week moving average. Let me see what Carvana ended up doing after it broke that 50-week moving average. Let's take a quick look over here. And Carvana, it stayed above it. Okay, it had that initial break, then 3 weekly candles, consolidating and moving slightly higher. Can Overstock do something similar? That was the thesis when it did break the 50-week moving average the other week. And I'm probably not going to play this or chase it. I'm trying to focus on stocks that, better fundamentals, but just keep that on your radar. And if it breaks 26, it could go and it could be explosive. All right. So that's Overstock. And NVIDIA, AMD, we had the pullbacks, obviously, because what's going on with the Biden administration trying to restrict the export of AI chips to China. These, could be good long-term buys. I'm not going to try to time this right now. It's at a kind of a precarious level at NVIDIA at this 20 DMA. So even though I like it long-term, you got to be cognizant of that, for the short term. So it's not at the top of my list because of this 20 DMA here. It's just too risky. If it goes below the 20 DMA, it might go to 390. It might go for a gap fill, something like that. So, I think on any pullbacks, if you have a long enough term outlook, maybe this is a purchase for a long-term account, but didn't make a cut for today because of that interaction with the 20 DMA that we're having here on what superficially at least looks like bad news. All right, so that's all we got, and it looks like Vegas is here. So let's get going to our next segment. Morning, Vegas. How you doing?
Good. Good morning, everyone. Nice morning. Some
Nice
pullbacks
day.
here.
Yesterday was great. I hope today is going to be like yesterday. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely, market's always full of surprises, and so is the Biden administration coming up with some ridiculous commentary about wanting to restrict these chips. I mean, I don't know where these people come up with these restrictions, but at the end of the day, it's just the chip. Really, it's still software that is what makes things work. So a chip's a chip. I mean, you still need to put software. So anyways, stupid comments, and I don't believe that this pullback's going to last. They want to halt chip shipments as early as July, and they're looking to have they want to get they want them to get a license, okay, to basically export or these chips. Anyways, I don't think this will last too long. This morning, watching these levels here in the market, definitely watching, company like AMD has had a pullback as well. So my levels that I'm looking at in particular, NVIDIA, I want to see it get over 405, which it was doing earlier. Don't forget, we have Crazy Powell talking today. So, when he talks, obviously the market sometimes has volatility depending on what he says. So I'll be watching NVIDIA if it reclaims 405. If it does, okay, we can head back to 412.50. And AMD, I'm watching closely as well over 108.22. It could head back towards 110.93. The other thing, too, we had news on Boeing. Did you talk about Boeing?
Nope.
Yeah, so there's news on Boeing that the SPR deal with new contract with International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers.
Yeah.
So the stock is up this morning on Boeing, and watching to see if Boeing can hold or reclaim 211.73. If it does, it can go to 213.69, and actually could go to 216.19. So I do like Boeing for a watch. And then, of course, I'm sure you mentioned Netflix with the upgrade.
Yeah, that's the top of my list.
Yes, I'm just waiting. I want to see it get over 425.90. Netflix it has the power to do it, and then head towards 430.96 and 434.37. So
I
those are
like
really
it.
the top
I'm
top
looking for that
watches.
today. Let's see.
Yeah, so these are the top watches today, in regards to what's going on. Pinterest, just so you know, was also upgraded, up 4% this morning. Upgrade to overweight at Wells Fargo with a price target of $34 on
Oh, wow,
Pinterest.
look
And
at
I
that.
actually do like Pinterest.
Yeah.
Personally, I like Pinterest. I think people love the app. People love posting pictures, and you can also shop on Pinterest as well. So people like it. And then there was also CIR was up 7%. Arcline, they submit a proposal to acquire Circor International for $57 per share.
Oh,
So
wow. Wow.
CIR was up this morning. It's currently around 55. So if they accept the proposal, there could be a $2 move on here. And then RETA, RETA.
Oh, it's a bidding war. You see that? That's the CIR. They had a previous offer at 51, and then another company came in at 57. There's a bidding war.
Yeah, that's a nicer offer. And then we also had some action too on RETA, up 6.5%. Approval of prior approval supplements for Sky Claris, and commercial availability for patients with Friedreich's
What's the
ataxia.
What's the ticker symbol on that one? RETA.
RETA. Yeah, RETA.
That one.
RETA. So it's a pharmaceutical biotech company. So
yeah, I see that.
that one's up this morning. Looks up 7%, up $7. So.
Yep.
Looks nice. I like it. I'm going to keep it on watch. That's all.
Cool.
And Blink. Did you follow Blink?
I just saw the news right now as we're talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blink
So
charging
they're
expands
expanding their electric vehicle
charging.
accessibility. Yeah. So that's also has some potential action. I'll be watching also Meta. I like Meta. I like to see it over 289. If it does break, then I'll go into some contracts for July 21.
Okay.
On Meta. But, basically the list is small. You know, I don't remember, the volume's going to be lower. A lot of people are on vacation as of today because they want to take the whole week off and come back next Wednesday after July 4th. So, you know, not anticipating major fireworks in the market. I think that will happen maybe next week. But what do I know? I just go, you know what? I just follow price action. I don't have a crystal ball. Whatever happens, happens, and just go with the flow. So be patient, everyone. Good days will be coming.
Sounds good.
Let's see what Powell has to say. He speaks right at 9:30, so be ready for anything he says. There'll be some volatility in the markets. And then we also have, just to let you know, at 10 o'clock, we have the State Street Investor Confidence Index being reported at 10 o'clock. And at 11 o'clock, we have the Survey of Business Uncertainty being reported as well. And then we have the Fed Bank Stress Test results being reported after hours at 4:30. So
wow, a lot of
quite a few economic announcements for the day. So, but obviously Powell's the highlight of the morning. And I don't know why he has to talk right at 9:30. They not have just talked at 12:30, you know? I don't know who schedules his calendar, but it certainly, if it was me, it'd be 12:30. All right, that's it for today.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Care. Bye-bye. You too.